They say good things come to those who wait, but boy does she make you wait. Greetings and salutations, my name is Deltran, doing builds for Robin, Female Robin, the mystery tactician. You and I will go over her matchups, a build option for her that's going to make her pretty darn good, but first, let's get her digits. Real quick before we really get started, if you take a look at the video, it's actually me completing the Infernal, which is the first one, and then the hard Lunatic, Great Hero Battle Challenges. So you go ahead and take a look at that if you have any questions about the strategies or you want to know how those teams were built, just let me know. To see if there's anything we can abuse on a hero, I looked for 42 hit points, 35 in the offensive stats, 32 in the defensive stats, and we are short on all of them. As a matter of fact, we're pretty flat all the way across. 40 hit points is pretty substantial for a mage. Let's take a look down below at the contemporaries. Bowie beats us out there, and in defense, 29 is also actually just a decent defense in general. 29 is a very common number here for us. Two bad resistances in a 29. Spoilers. But otherwise, you can see that, yeah, we bounce around here and there, and really this whole flat middling stat thing isn't doing us that much of a favor. We're really low as far as attack goes compared to other people. Speed, we're pretty far down there, and resistance, we're also on the bottom half of things. Yeah, not a lot to talk about here, really just flat, so yeah, woo. Let's take a look at what she swings with. She comes with a Wolf Tome. The Wolf Tome is really, really nice, effective against cavalry. 10 might, which is alright for a tome. Ignis is her special. Gigantic boost to damage whenever it goes off. Cooldown of 4. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there, but I mean 80% of her 30 is very substantial. It's going to add a big punch. As far as her passives go, she has Defiant Resistance, grants +7 to her resistance score whenever she's lower than 50 hit points. Hey, her resistance is 29 now, that's pretty cool. And the other slot has Tome Breaker 3, the only unit that has blue Tome Breaker right out the gate. So now she's suddenly skill fodder. Poor girl. So let's go ahead and take a look at the obituaries. 21, 10, and 137, or 7, 28, 133 on defense. You can see here that we are punking down a lot of different riders. Gunter, there's Bakut and Clive, Luke, Matilda, poor Matilda. Of course, that means we are also a Reinhardt counter, which is wonderful. That alone is worth the price of admission. Otherwise, yeah, we're dealing killing blows to many horse riders. If we get attacked, though, yeah, our stats aren't doing us too many favors. A lot of fire mages are bringing us down. A lot of different sword lords can bring us down as well. And then there's a few that are not of a red color there that are still bringing us down, like Minerva. So, oh yeah, and of course, yeah, if we're not careful, Bravelin's gonna go ahead and break us as well. So there's a few people that a lot of people will compare Robin to, and when it comes down to it, I mean, the comparison is very apt. She is pretty good when it comes down to it, but she's in a niche, and most of these heroes that are in this niche, they need to be specialized. Thank goodness she comes with a Raven Tome. Thank goodness she comes with a Wolf Tome. This Wolf Tome is fantastic for taking out all the horsies that are out there. Anytime you put her on the field, she's just gonna start rolling over horsies, just left and right. It's great. I love it. She's sort of a pain in the rear end to level because of this. I was leveling her the other day. I got her whenever she first came out, and I hated her. A lot of people were like, oh, she's fantastic, and I saw the merit to it. I didn't say that she was a bad unit. I hated her because I couldn't level her fast enough. She'd do 6 damage, a dancer, 6 more, dancer again, 6 more, and then she gets smacked around. She would live. She would live through the hits, and that's one of the best things about her, is that for a mage, she has a lot of defense there. And she has a lot of hit points for a mage, honestly, too. So that is wonderful. I'm not, she has, I have to keep on defending my stance here. She is a good unit. but she's such a pain to level. I beat the Infernal map, I did that fight, I got the 4-star version of it, and I was a little bit happier, but she was so slow at killing things that I got 2 extra levels for every... Okay, that's not true. I got 2 extra levels for the first, 3rd, and 4th beginner sets of stratum that I put her through, because of the way experience earns. Usually I throw down a new hero, and bam, they kill something 1 hit, they get a level. Bam, they kill something 1 hit, they get a level. That's not what she did. Plink, plink, plink. And she would end up getting extra levels because there's only so much experience you're allowed to get per 1 kill. So she was exceeding that limit because she was getting it in increments. It was amazing. Now, it took me all lunch to get her to like above level 20. And then honestly, I just quit again. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So I threw a bunch of gems at her so I could finish evaluating her. And once you have her skills on her, once she's leveled up, no, she's wonderful. She just eats through horses left and right. I've seen the videos where people put her through different Grand Hero battles. Whatever. She came out before the first time Ursula was about, and she just slaughtered Ursula. I mean, there's a lot to her, and you want to have her on your team. But yeah, be prepared to wait for a while to be able to get to use her. Just go out there and kill all those horses. So if we're talking about some cheap upgrade options, reposition or drawback is a good one to have. Either one of these will work well on a mage. Reposition works because it is the best assist skill that you could put on any unit ever. Period. The end. And drawback is a second favorite for mages. It does give you that little bit of extra flexibility. It works in tighter spaces. And it does have some unique benefits there in that you get to stay behind whoever you're moving away, which is not a bad thing for Robin to do. As far as filling out that other thing, honestly, Defensive Drive 1 is a nice, cheap alternative. You're going to be having her move around, and giving other people a bonus isn't a bad idea. Threatened Attack 3 is also another good idea. It works, as opposed to being a player phase. It gets more of you have to set it up such that at the end of the enemy phase it'll go off, but it's very effective. It will definitely help out you and the entire party. I only have one build here for you today, and this word on the street is what Tip Scales Girl actually has on his or her. I think it's actually a him, but whatever. I don't know. Gender doesn't matter. What does matter is this. It's 45, 45, and 78 whenever you're defending. That's actually really good whenever you consider that you're not losing to any of the popular people in the current meta. You see how we're losing 45? It's nobody. There's not many people that we care about that we're losing to right here. So what you do is you go ahead and switch out to a Raven Tome. Very important. Give her a Triangle of Depth so that she gets a huge boost to her damage against all grays, as well as dealing blows to blue. Ignis is staying. What's going to happen here is, especially if you give her Quick Impulse, it'll go down to 3 cooldown. She gets attacked, she retaliates. Hopefully she doubles, if not the other person might double on her. But with that, Ignis is charged. She could go about her merry way and deal a killing blow to someone else. And of course, you could use her as bait on offensive teams. You can use her on your defensive team. This, I only give one build here, and there's a couple other things that you can do with Robin. You can definitely keep the Wolf Tome on her. There's a couple other small substitutions that you could do. You can swap out Quick Riposte for something. If you're going to be more aggressive as opposed to being defensive, you could be more aggressive and switch that out for something like Bowbreaker and the like. But when it comes down to it, honestly, this gets you the most bang for the buck. And you don't need Quick Riposte 3 if you're not going to bring her to the arena too much, if you just want to have a good unit that's going to handle a lot of things. But let's be honest, the best thing about Female Robin is her ability to handle some of the largest problems in the meta, and they're not really going to go away. Maybe these units will not be in favor as much, but I believe that they've already demonstrated that they're going to be keeping this meta around for a while, even if it's not necessarily Reinhardt and Brave Lynn at the top of it, which is a little scary to me, but regardless, it is here to stay. And hey, do me a favor, if I've given you something to chew on, hit that like button. If you like your Fire Emblem information hot and fresh like Grandma's cookies, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deldran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you, and until next time, take it easy.